and out into the courtyard. I want a breath of fresh air, but the towering stone walls that circle the grounds make the air outside taste just as stale as the stifling indoors. I frown at them, hating their polished gleam, their ridiculous height, their copious fortifications and well-manned guard posts, hating how small they make my world feel. "So," Mara asks, her voice synthetically cheerful, "are you going to run?" I glance at her, and then away. "That depends," I say. "How suitable are your shoes for an extended chase?" She lifts her skirts and checks. "They're slippers," she tells me, in the patronizing manner of an older sister merely entertaining a younger sister's ridiculousness. "And they look pretty flimsy, but I can always kick them off." "And are you prepared to tackle me if it comes down to it?" I ask, wheeling on her. "Would you take the scarf off your face to bind me and force me back? Would you use violence if violence was necessary?" My tone is harsher than our banter warrants, as chilly as the autumn frost that coats the rock mosaic beneath our feet. Mara grabs my elbow, pulling me to a stop. "Are you being serious right now?" "Are you?" I counter. "If I ran, would you really pursue?" She studies me, considering the question, her one visible eye raking my expression and picking it apart, like someone squeezing fruit at the marketplace trying to decide if it's spoiled. "No," she says finally, but I don't miss that she had to think about it. I shake free of her grip and quicken my pace, rubbing my arms against the cold, and she lengthens her own steps again to keep up. "So are you going to?" she presses. I tilt my head back and look at the sky, noting the thick, smothering blanket of clouds. The sun is merely a dull smudge behind them, gasping for life. And yet, the clouds aren't dense enough, could never be dense enough to obscure the slimy green glow of the magic on the northeastern horizon. Even on such a murky day, it manages to creep over the walls like a caustic patch of green corrosion, eating away at the steely gray heavens. Its light is bright enough to cut through the gloom and sharp enough to carve into my mind, never letting me forget how much has changed since I let it devour me. "No," I say. After all, that was the deal, wasn't it? Kill one creature a year? Endure one sacrifice in exchange for peace the rest of the time? I'd hoped this year I could stop, but clearly that was just wishful thinking. Why would Father ever stop honing his favorite tool? I spit the last word, sourness sharpening the sentiment. "It's better than before," Mara murmurs. "When he'd lock you in a room with a fox or a badger and not let you out until it was dead." The fox and badger within me stir, raising their little heads. Heads that I bashed into walls with childish, imprecise hands, sobbing and screaming and afraid. "Yes," I say. "Better." I change direction and she follows, dogging my steps. "So where are you going?" she asks. I point to a corner of the grounds and her shoulders relax. "Oh, right." She plays with the necklaces tangled around her throat, clinking them together as we walk. "You want me to get some twine?" she asks finally. "Please," I say. She heads back inside, and I angle my steps toward the expansive rectangle of grass that borders the courtyard. It's pristine. Every blade the same height, the green appropriately verdant, and the perfect amount of moisture to make it grow thick and lush. There's absolutely no sign of any little white flowers that might break up the uniformity, but that's only because they are wrenched from the dirt and burned daily. Where I'd pointed, there's a stone incinerator belching black smoke into the sky, and beside it, today's stack of limp white blooms.